Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from beautiful Costa Rica. Today's topic is going to be the winds of change. Think about that for a minute. Guys, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. So you may have heard the expression, the winds of change. That means when change is happening and the winds that are blowing on this planet called Earth are blowing all around you and changes in the air. Now, I inserted the word winds, W-I-N-S, and I'm guessing that by the thumbnail you understand now that the winds of change will culminate with your wins. Having said that, think about this. When you were in the narcissistic relationship, or perhaps you're still in it looking to exit the relationship, what were you doing? You were spinning around on that hamster wheel working for the narcissist, whether you knew it or not. Maybe this is your first video you're ever watching on narcissistic abuse, and you're actually getting your first light bulb moment, like, oh my gosh, Andrew, yes, I was working for them. I can't believe it. It's true, it's reality. Because why? Because the narcissist doesn't care about you as an individual. They care about what you offer, which is your supply. And as I mentioned on the channel frequently, it's your resources, which is your time, your money, your energy, your effort, your looks, your health, your status, your social circle, everything that you offer, they wanted to take from you. And they did for a period of time, which was the length of the narcissistic relationship. Then, lo and behold, either you were discarded or you left the narcissistic relationship on your own terms. And if you did, God bless you. You are incredibly strong and very insightful. If you were discarded, my heart goes out to you. It goes out to you either way if you're in a narcissistic relationship. But if you were discarded, I get it. It's no matter what, if you experienced any duration in a narcissistic relationship, it is not a happy ending. It's not a good experience. And you have to do a mountain of work to put yourself back together. Now, along the healing path, post-narcissistic relationship, you're going to have many highs and lows. You're going to have ups and downs. Remember, the healing path is not linear. The healing path does not go in a straight line. It does not go up and to the right. What it does is it takes twists and turns. There are many things that are unexpected. There are many things that you can actually predict that could happen on the healing path. Yes, I do mean that. And why I would say that, for you veterans, please drop comments below because you know what I'm talking about. Once you actually digest and understand what the narcissistic abusive cycle is about and how the narcissist acts virtually the same, they all come from the same playbook. They sincerely do. And once you understand that, then you can identify patterns, and most of the time you can understand what they can do in the future. But if you're a newbie, and you just got discarded or you just ended the relationship and you're just understanding what narcissistic abusive relationships are all about, again, I understand that you're gonna have a mountain of work to do. And you're gonna understand in time that you're gonna have to learn the definitions, the glossary of terms of the narcissistic abusive cycle and incorporate them with your experience and understand exactly what has happened, why you were in the relationship. Maybe you were a people pleaser, maybe you were a yes person, maybe you couldn't say the magic word no, maybe you were just giving to a fault, maybe all of the above. Point being that the winds of change, when the relationship has ended, they will blow. And believe me when I say it, just like in the US, we get the 4 seasons: winter, summer, spring, fall. We're entering winter now, but we're in the fall, and it's now November. And the winds of change are blowing. They're blowing all around you, meaning you are probably by now either well on your way on the healing path, or you are healed, or you are certainly digesting and or consuming a lot of content on YouTube from channels like mine and many others. And again, thank you very much for being here. But the further you get away from the narcissistic relationship and the narcissist in general, the more your energy returns. And the winds of change, just like I mentioned in the thumbnail, they will blow all around you. And you will get better, you will get stronger. You will exit the narcissistic fog. Now, I notice I just used 2 terms there from weather, the narcissistic fog and the winds of change. The winds of change will blow very much so and get you out of the narcissistic fog once you actually understand that you are the priority, that you come first, second, and third, and that the narcissist, not only did they never benefit you, they never will benefit you. And they wanted to keep you working on that hamster wheel, spinning around and around, so they could get all of your resources, extract all of your energy, your time, your money, your energy, everything I mentioned on the channel. The further you get away from the narcissist, The sooner you go no contact, block, delete, remove all flying monkeys and people associated with a narcissist, the sooner you will begin your healing path. Now, keep in mind, on the healing path, we are all on the same trail, headed in the same direction, just taking different footsteps. What that means is, if your relationship ended, let's say, a month ago, well, you have work to do, and you have a lot of education coming your way, and you have a lot of personal growth that you will experience. Trust me when I say it. Whether you're prepared for it or not, you will have to change, and you will have to learn, and you will have to understand what role you played in the narcissistic relationship and how to insulate yourself and build boundaries. But if the relationship ended a long time ago, let's say a decade, 2 decades ago, you're still here on the channel getting wisdom and education and comparing your experiences with the community in the comments section. And you are understanding that, yeah, you still want refreshers. You still want to be part of the community and understand that even though you're a veteran, it's still changed your life forever, and you want to fine-tune your skills. In other words, you don't want this to happen to you again. So it doesn't matter where you are in the healing path. The point is, we're all a community, and we are all helping each other out. Now, post-narcissistic relationship, once you are away from the narcissist for a period of time, and there is no specific length that I can tell you when you will heal. It's different for all of us. But I can tell you one thing, it's contingent upon the amount of work you place into yourself. And notice I said yourself. I don't mean still texting the narcissist or emails or that. I mean blocking, no contact, close the door, close the chapter, and start focusing on you. Once you start doing that, things change, and they do. And when you're well on the healing path and or you have healed, that's when you will start to get wins, W-I-N-S, like the thumbnail mentions. These wins will come to you so quickly you have no idea. Once you've healed and you've removed the toxic energy of the narcissistic relationship. Now, why I'm saying that is because, remember, the narcissist saw what you offered. They saw all of your resources, which I've mentioned twice now in this video. I'm not going to mention them again, but they saw that in you. One thing I didn't mention is your empathy and your kind and loving nature. And they knew this about you. And they most likely saw these qualities in you when perhaps you could not even identify them as well as they could in you. But now you can. And now you will start to get wins, W-I-N-S. What that means is perhaps you're reading a book, writing a book. Perhaps you walked a mile today. Perhaps all of those physical ailments that you developed over the narcissistic relationship, over that period of time, they have subsided. Perhaps your health is returning. I can assure you your financial resources will be returning in time, in your time they will. Why? Because no longer are you just handing over money to the narcissist or being financially abused. Now, it's my hope that that money you can save, or you can better yourself and your situation. Maybe you need to get a surgery. Maybe you want to move. Maybe you want to buy a car. Maybe you want to change locations, cities, countries, whatever. But your money is your money. Remember, when you were in the narcissistic relationship, what happened with your money? It was not your money. Even though you earned it, it went to the narcissist and to better their life, while their money went where? That's right, it was squirreled away. They didn't spend money on you. They wanted you to spend money on yours, on them, which is exactly what I'm talking about in the video, financial abuse. So, but you will get wins. Again, maybe you struck up some new friendships. Maybe you're learning a new language. Maybe what you're doing now is taking a vacation that you haven't taken in years. Maybe you are in a hotel for the first time in 3 years. Maybe you're moving jobs. Maybe you're creating a website. All these things are wins. The whole point is what you need to do and understand is your energy needs to go within yourself. Your energy cannot be expended on the narcissist or toxic individuals any longer. All of your energy, it returns, and it returns more and more each and every day. Yes, there are dark periods of time. And yes, like I mentioned in the beginning, the healing path is not linear. And you will certainly have some setbacks along the way. Believe me when I tell you, you will. And most likely, these will not be things that you're anticipating. But again, perhaps you're in a car and all of a sudden you hear a song on the radio or Spotify, whatever it is, and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't want to. See what I'm saying? Things like that. Or perhaps somebody, unbeknownst to you, they mention the narcissist's name and you're like, I don't want to hear about that. Like, you could have setbacks like that. The point is, again, remember, you need to insulate yourself, protect yourself, build boundaries, and understand who is worthy of being in your life and who you need to remove from your life, because you can't paint everybody with one broad stroke. with the paintbrush. In other words, everybody's not equal. They shouldn't be. Perhaps they were to you in the past. Again, maybe that's why you were a people pleaser, but they're not now. You need to maintain relationships that benefit you, that are reciprocal, that are two-way streets, not one-way streets. In other words, not you waiting for the narcissist to come home, not you waiting for the narcissist to reply to your text, not you experiencing rage fits or being gaslit or being stonewalled, or maybe, how about this one, classic, maybe you were, let me rephrase this, when you were, people you surround yourself with, they should be able to have an intelligent conversation with you and admit when they are wrong and be able to introspect and be able to say, you know what, I don't see it your way, but I understand what you're saying, and it's fine. Let's agree to disagree and let's move forward. Things like that, instead of just completely stonewalling you or saying it's your fault, or they play the victim, or how you're never right, or how nobody likes you, and the list goes on and on. Remember, the more you go down the rabbit hole of narcissistic abuse, the more you will discover people around you that perhaps have never benefited you. And that's why I mention on the channel frequently, once you come through the fire and rise through the ashes like a phoenix, you are now in the third version of you. And the third version of you is the best version of you ever, because you are no longer tolerating poor behavior from anybody. You now have boundaries. You now can say the magic word no, and you aren't a people pleaser. And when this happens, it's a beautiful thing, and that's when you get more wins. Now, before I close the video out, I want to let you know the winds of change are all around you. They've always been around you. But my hope is you're now exiting and or have exited the narcissistic relationship, and you are celebrating wins, which is a whole different thing. Along the healing path, remember, if you were just discarded yesterday or if it happened decades ago, many times people, what they do is they tend to think about the negative things, like how the narcissistic relationship, was difficult and things like that. And they neglect to celebrate the wins, the good things, the progress they're making. Anytime you have a win, W-I-N, you need to celebrate it. Now, I'm not saying go drink a whole bunch of bottled water. I'm saying take pause, take stock, and say, wow, that was good. I made progress today. That's a good thing. And you want to build on that. You want your progress to be made daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, if possible, until you get to the point where you want to be, which is the pinnacle, the mountaintop of indifference, when you just don't care about the narcissist at all. You wish them the best of luck, just stay away from you, and you can continue to live your best life. So the winds of change, they are all around you. And if you have exited the narcissistic fog recently, I'm certain that's a great thing, because the winds of change have blown all over you. And what has happened is you've taken your time and you have removed yourself from the narcissistic relationship, so you're not in that narcissistic fog anymore. That's a huge thing. My hope, again, is you've gone no contact, blocked, and deleted everybody that you need to. But if you can't do that, remember, in time, in your time. So guys, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from beautiful Costa Rica. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great afternoon. Stay true, stay blessed. Continue to become awakened and aware, and understand you are the priority. And change is a good thing. And being in the unknown, it is very frightening. Trust me. And I'm sure many of you know that. But the unknown is where you grow. That is exactly who you when you actually discover who you are and how strong you are and how resilient you are. The unknown is where the magic happens. The everyday fog, I'm not saying the narcissistic fog, but the everyday fog is where you're not going to grow. You're just going to be going about your day doing the same old thing over and over and over again. And if that's who you are and that's what you want to be doing, God bless you, it's great. As long as you're living life and not harming anybody and you're contributing, that's great. But again, the unknown is a beautiful place to be. In other words, like I mentioned frequently, take a class, teach a class, read a book, write a book, travel, start a business, find love again, build friendships, whatever you want to do. But the unknown is beautiful, so step out into it and shake up your daily routine. Guys, no matter where you are on the planet, you are not alone. God bless you. I love you. Have a great evening. And remember, you are not alone. I will talk to you tomorrow. All right. Good night, you guys. And I hope you liked the video, because I'm getting a little more accustomed to where I am. Thank you. Bye.